There's Piper taking a nap. Well, not a... go lay down. As you can see here, I am going to go over the gear that I use when I backpack. To start, let's start on this side over here. Alright, I'm going to get a little more comfortable here. So this here, as you can see, is paracord. Always need to carry paracord on you. This is absolutely essential when you're backpacking. You're going to need to tie up a bear bag sometimes. Next, we will get to the food here. This is my food bag right here. It's the bag for my sleeping bag, which is right over there. We'll talk about that in a little bit. I keep my food in this because it's lightweight and it's just the right size to keep some food in. I usually do backpack with this stuff. So as you can see here, we got some ramen. Always got to have the ramen. And then I have some cheddar broccoli rice here. This is just a simple add 2 cups of water to it. This is some more ramen. I eat a lot of ramen on the trail. Then I've got a Cliff Bar in there, and I also made myself some trail mix. Just got some nuts and then some cranberries. So now we'll look at the Jetboil setup. Alright, so we got the stand here. We've got the fuel canister, and we have the stove. And then the Jetboil is the pot. This is made out of titanium, so it cools down very quickly, and it also has this nice soft heat protective layer on the outside. This cap here comes in handy when you're trying to boil something. It makes it heat up a lot quicker. It has this on the inside to put the stand in, but I've found that if you do that, you can't get the fuel canister in there, and then you're just kind of wasting space unless you put your food in there. But this way, I can put that in there, and I can get the cover on like that, and I'm saving some space. And then we got my fork here, which normally goes in my food bag, but I took it out. And I think that's it for the food system, so we're going to get that out of the way here. Now let's go over here. This is my knife. I always carry this on me. This knife has a flint and steel on it, so you can, spark a fire if you have to. It's one of my 3 methods for starting a fire. Alright, we'll set that to the side. And then here I have my water filtering system. The water filtering system is pretty basic. I made this little cap. It goes on the end of my Sawyer Mini here. And that just kind of keeps gunk out of the inside of there. And then also, when you're filling these, you can put the cap on like this, and you can just set it down. You don't have to worry about this getting dirty, which is pretty nice. I usually carry a 16-ounce bag here, as you can see, and then I carry a 32-ounce bag, and I usually try to fill them as often as possible and put them into my water bottles. Moving on. I didn't really grab much for clothes on what I wear, but this is one thing that I always bring with me, so I figured I'd show it in the video. It is a thermal long sleeve shirt. I usually bring some long johns with too, but I did not actually have those out right now. This will keep you warm pretty cold, or down to cold weather, and it wicks water pretty well too, so if you're sweating in the middle of the night, or if you're sweating during the day when you wear this, it actually stays pretty comfortable all day long. My first aid kit here is pretty basic. Not a lot in it. I got a lighter. When nature calls, you need some Kleenexes, some tape, some antiseptic wipes. This is for poison ivy, some basic stuff like that. Some allergy medication, and then we have a Swiss Army knife just in case. And I keep that in there because it's fairly easy to lose. Alright, now moving on. We have this here. This is a bag cover. It's all expanded. It's a pretty good size. It goes over my backpack and it keeps the rain off. But I don't really carry this anymore because I carry a rain fly for my hammock, and I've realized that instead of carrying a poncho and a tarp for my backpack, I can just carry that, and if it starts to rain, I'll just be stationary for the time being. So, moving on. We got chargers here. These chargers are usually for cell phones. Sometimes they will help charge the camera. Most of the time, my camera actually has a charger on it that I use, so this is not necessary for that, but I carry these for cell phones and other things. Alright, now moving on to this. This is my light system. Obviously this is necessary at night. You know, it just goes over your head and it allows you to see things. It takes a lot of stress out of camping when you're able to see at night easily and have your hands free. This is a bandana I have. It's a standard issue Spicy Pie bandana. Perfect for, you know, wrapping yourself up. Like I said, my first aid kit is pretty bare, so let's say if someone, you know, gets a big cut or something, you can tie this around them, or you can use this to clean out the food system, or you can use this for a lot of things. You can put it over your neck in case, you know, it's super sunny, you don't want a sunburn, and it's just very versatile to have with you. Now we're moving on to the sleep system here. Now the sleep system will have an entirely different video as well, which I will link up there. So this is a 40-degree synthetic sleeping bag from Walmart. It's by Ozark Trail. It is absolutely perfect as a top quilt. And then for my underquilt, I use this thing here, which came from Outdoor Vitals. It is a 30-degree down sleeping bag. Keeps you very warm at night. I highly recommend this. We did a trip that was down to 20 degrees, and I stayed so warm in this bag. Now this here is my tarp. This is what I said earlier I use as a rain poncho if ever needed. And then these are my straps that I use for my hammock. They're from E&O, and they are the Helios straps. I can't find the name on here. Yeah, the Helios straps right there. Now moving on to the final thing that I keep in my bag. This is my Hennessy hammock. Now we'll do a separate video on this completely so you can see more of it, but the only thing I've done to this is add whoopee slings to it so that it lightens it up and it's easier to adjust. Now the very last thing I have here, it would be my backpack. This is my Osprey Atmos 65 anti-gravity bag. I won't go too in depth with this, but it's got a pretty good big pocket on there. It's got this on the back here. When we made the camping on the prairie video and we carried the steaks, I actually carried mine in here, and it thawed out faster than everybody else's, and I was actually the first one to eat because of that. And then I have some pockets here and here. This is normally where I carry my first aid kit and other things. And then I don't carry sleeping bag bags because I put all of my sleep system in here and it just stuffs in nicely. And then I really don't have to worry about, you know, that extra weight with the bags or losing them or anything. That's about it for what's in my bag. So yeah, any questions, don't feel free to comment below. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys later.